Welcome to Between the Pillars, a Texas Masonic podcast where we explore the rich traditions and contemporary issues of Freemasonry. Please note, the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policies or positions of any Masonic lodge, Grand Lodge, or governing body.
He said, "I like your keychain." And he looked at me and he smiled and he said, "Are you a Master Mason?" And I said, "Not yet." And he said, "Don't wait till you have enough time to do it, because you'll never do it."
Good morning. My name is Marco Pizzana. We're here at Blanco Lodge. We're here with Brother Bryan Miles. We're going to be getting to know him a little bit more and what he is, what he does, and what's going on here at Blanco Lodge, and also to see how Masonry got you to where you're at right now. So to begin with, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bryan Hunter Miles. I'm the senior deacon in Blanco, Texas, in Blanco Lodge 216. And it's great to be here this morning.
I am excited to have you on our Masonic podcast that Brother Gama Valdez and myself have started up here in District 52. And we want to really highlight and capture not only what Freemasonry is in District 52, but in Central Texas, but also what brothers have gone through in their journey as Freemasons and how you got started. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question, if you don't mind. So what inspired you to become a Freemason?
Well, it's funny you asked that. So I have actually a legacy in Freemasonry. So I'm a fifth generation in a straight lineage Master Mason.
Really?
So I've been around Masonry my entire life, and it was just one of those things that I just knew I wanted a part of it. And so I'm also a fourth generation Scottish Rite and a fourth generation York Rite Mason. That is not a straight lineage, but it's still a big feat in itself.
So when you talk about legacy, let's go ahead and explain a little bit out there to the viewers. Legacy means that your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather were part of Masonry altogether. Is that correct?
And my great-great-grandfather.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. And where was your great-great-grandfather? Where was he initiated?
You know, I don't have that information. My dad
okay.
is a huge historian, and he has all that information. I guess I should have been a little bit more prepared this morning.
No worries, no worries.
But yeah, he.
But I'm assuming they're all Texas Masons?
They're all Texas Masons.
Nice.
Yep, in a fifth generation straight lineage of Texas Masonry.
Wow, that's so. When did you really get hold of Masonry? Because you said they were all legacy, but when did you start realizing that Masonry was around in this area or wherever you started at?
Well, it was in this lodge that I was raised, and I've only been raised for a little over 2 years.
Okay.
So my journey started a little later in life, but I knew that I always wanted to be a part of the Freemasonry in the state of Texas. So I was just a little standoffish about walking and donning the doors of the lodge. But wow, when I did, I really, really, really regret not doing it sooner.
Absolutely. I mean, I can understand to a certain degree on that. So let's talk about how your Masonic journey began. Start from the very beginning when you walked into those doors to where you're at right now.
So let's rewind a little bit from there. Okay. We have a brother in this lodge that's very meaningful in this lodge, and his name is Dennis Moore. Mm-hmm. He's actually a past master of this lodge, donated a lot of work and a lot of time, and actually had some brothers help build this dining facility. 8 or 9 years ago, when my daughter was a little girl, now she's a young lady, we were going to the daddy-daughter dance here in Blanco, Texas. And Brother Dennis and his team, they run carriages and horses and stuff like that. So they were doing carriage rides at that daddy-daughter dance. And I saw an emblem on him, and I walked up to him as we were getting on the carriage, and I said, "I like your keychain." And he looked at me and he smiled and he said, "Are you a Master Mason?" And I said, "Not yet." And he said, "Don't wait till you have enough time to do it, because you'll never do it." Yeah. Well, fast forward 8 years, and I went up to the Buggy Barn. He owns a business here in Blanco, and I said, "I think I'm ready." So when I walked through those doors, this lodge is so welcoming that I knew that I didn't have to go visit any other lodge, that I knew that this one was my home. And it just so happens it's 1/8 of a mile from my house. So
Nice.
even if I have a flat, I can walk here.
Nice. I like that. I like that. So, okay. So you asked a Mason that you liked their keychain, and he told you to start your journey sooner than later. So what was the next step for you?
Well, the next step I did after I talked to Dennis about, and he told me, don't waste time, go do it. I did drag my feet. But I think the reason I did is because I did not think that I was mature enough to learn the lessons that I was going to be taught.
Okay. Okay. And for everybody out there, and we're going to shout out to Dennis Moore, Brother Dennis Moore. He is the owner of the Buggy Barn here in Blanco. And also he is one of our famous brother Masons here in the area. He has come out in several television shows. So I'll try and put him out there on the bottom so you can look him up. Or if you're ever in this area, please visit the Buggy Barn Museum. Is that correct?
That is correct, just north of town.
Perfect. So can you share some of your most memorable experiences within the lodge?
Oh, wow. In a short time, there's been a lot. There's been a lot. The people of this lodge, the Hugo Mondragons, whom is our worshipful master at this time, the Sam Mowrys, the people here at Blanco Lodge really, really enjoy the esoteric work and getting together in fellowship. And I think that that's one of the funnest things that we do up here is the fellowship. And I mean, iron sharpens iron, right?
Absolutely.
So we'll take good men and make them better.
I like that. In what way has Freemasonry influenced your personal and professional life?
Wow. Personal life, I'm always gone, and so I'm always traveling with doing Freemasonry or visiting other lodges or doing the Scottish Rite or things of that nature. My wife has been a heavy influence on that, and she's like shooing me out the door. She's like, don't you want to go join another lodge or something like that? She actually knows what Freemasonry means to me and my family, so her support and my daughter's support is just phenomenal. Professional life, it's just opened a couple of different doors, and I did not join Freemasonry to get anything out of it other than fellowship and getting a little bit sharper. So it's just it's opened doors. It's introduced me to people, and it's doing great. It really is.
Are there specific Masonic principles or teachings that resonate with you?
I just like keeping my passions within due bounds and doing the right thing, just helping people out. I love the charity aspect of it. I love giving back, and that's what it's all about.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit about the charity aspect here at Blanco Lodge. What do you guys do for the community?
Well, we join in with a lot of other lodges in our district to do the Fantastic Teeth. We also do the Take Time to Read program, which we bring kids in and award them for them actually taking time to actually really be concerned with their education and read these books and stuff like that. And then we feed them some hot dogs and some ice cream and get them some sugared up and send them on home. Other than that, we clean up the highways. We do a car show. And that helps us do scholarships. So we just really want to be more involved in the community and just get out there.
Awesome. Talk to me a little bit about the car show. When does that usually happen?
It's normally the second or third weekend of September. Don't quote me on that, but it is in September, provided it does not rain. Mm-hmm. And then it turns into a car wash at that point in time. But it's an awesome event. They've been putting it on for a long time. Actually, Brother Dennis Moore and Brother Dobie Benson started this thing years and years and years ago, and it's just been a huge success. We partner with the Texas Park and Wildlife. Texas Parks down there for the state park in Blanco, Texas. So we have it along the beautiful Blanco River. And it's an awesome event. Fun time. Come out.
I have. I've actually come out once, and I enjoyed it. I seen all the cars. It was amazing. I'm just so glad it wasn't raining that day. And also, you guys also provide food. Is that correct? You guys have food out there, vendors and stuff like that?
That is correct. We have, we usually sell brisket sandwiches and sausage wraps and sell some T-shirts and things like that, and just have fun.
Awesome. I like that. So if you guys are in this area within September, look us up, and hopefully you guys can see the car show that Blanco puts on. What roles or offices have you had within the lodge?
Within this lodge here in Blanco, I have done the master ceremonies, and then they skipped me up to senior deacon. So, and then like we talked about, if tradition prevails and my brothers vote me in, I'll be going to the junior warden station in a couple, 3 or 4 months. I guess.
Yeah. We usually have elections usually happen within May or June. And June we have the elections, and in July we usually have installations. So I'm excited for you. Junior warden is one of the main principal officers positions, and that's going to be exciting for you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So have you gone to a forum, or have you done officer leadership training?
I have done officer leadership training. I've done it for the last 3 years. The first 2 were out of pocket, and I just wanted to get all the light that I could get.
Absolutely.
That I could bring back to my lodge and do my part and help out. So this past year was it was the first time I was going, and I was elected to go and get reimbursed. So that was pretty cool too. But it's not about the money; it's about the education.
Absolutely.
And sharing and getting back to the lodge.
So, can you discuss any Masonic projects or initiatives you are particularly passionate about?
Education. The esoteric work and the education
aspect of it?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice. What's your future goal in the esoteric work within the Blue Lodge?
So our worshipful master, Hugo Mondragon, has been on me about my C certificate, and I've skated it. I've been to a couple forums. I do get nervous in those settings, kind of like right now. I'm a little bit nervous, a little sweating going on. Not as bad as when I delivered my EA though. But it's I'm going to get the C certificate.
Absolutely.
It needs to happen. I know the work, and then we'll build on that, and then we'll try to go for a B or an A. Absolutely.
So let's explain a little bit about what the C certificate is. It's an opportunity for a Master Mason to be certified with the esoteric work within the state of Texas. For example, for the C certificate, you need to know how to open and close our Masonic Lodge, and also be proficient in the work for all the degrees. The Class C certificate, I totally understand you. I just got mine, and it's a weight off the shoulders once you do it, and it's pretty exciting. So
congratulations on that C certificate.
Thank you.
And I believe it's only the top 2% in the state of Texas have certificates.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting to be part of that group. But yeah, I'm also trying to get my B and then working on to the A. And as we go along, definitely will explain those a little bit more. But what advice would you give to individuals considering joining Freemasonry?
Oh, just don't hesitate. Just go visit lodges. Figure out the one that's that fits you. Each lodge is different. It's got their own atmosphere, personality, something like things of that nature. Go visit. Get in front of those brothers. Have the communication, and see. It'll work itself out. But this is the best fraternity known to man. And don't waste your time. Get out there and do it.
I totally agree, especially when it comes to the cultures of each lodge. Each lodge has its unique culture. I think within our district, we have 8 lodges in our district, District 52. I think the biggest thing is that we have blue-collar lodge to a white-collar lodge to a country lodge. We have them all. I mean, us being in the hill country, we get to see that and experiencing that. So if you want to wear a suit and tie, you're able to do that. If you want to be able to come in overalls, you have the opportunity to do that too. But I think the best aspect is that no matter where you go and how you go dressed, the brothers will always embrace you. And I think that's one of the biggest things I love and enjoy about District 52.
Absolutely. I have to agree.
So looking ahead, what aspirations within Freemasonry and how do you envision your continued involvement?
Just to keep on giving back to the community. That's what it's all about. The charity of it, the scholarships, the helping fund these kids go off and get their education. This lodge is very active, and so I just hope to add to that, and not come in here and overwhelm and try to do a lot of things that they're not used to, but just to give back to the community, you know?
Absolutely.